its core, human trafficking is exploitation and the deprivation of personal liberty.
Worldwide, human trafficking is you're talking about billions of dollars.
This is a $20 billion global business, and a lot of that business is driven in the U.S.
It can happen anywhere, and again, they prey on people's vulnerabilities.
And everybody out there either has kids, grandkids, friends of friends that have girls, which is the majority, in this target age.
It can happen in big cities, it can happen in small towns, it can happen in rural areas too.
So we have to do something about it. We've got to continue to educate, help them make safer choices so they can defend themselves.
Education of the community is important because there's so many people that think of human trafficking as just being this distant issue that happens in some third world country, and they'll ship these foreigners in.
Raising awareness can help in a lot of ways.
The target age for human trafficking in the U.S. is 11 to 14-year-old girls. That's exactly the age of my girls when we started this.
Whether it be teachers, parents, community members, if they know what the signs are and what to look for and what makes some of these young girls vulnerable, then they can help that way, either by calling the police or helping directly to the young women.
But the most important tool that we have to combat human trafficking is prevention through education, and that's why it's so important to make sure we are arming young people with the tools to protect themselves and to protect each other.
The public awareness campaign was 3 months, and our partner, the Voices and Faces Project in Chicago, created an in-your-face ad campaign called The Ugly Truth. Street art, buses, light rail, gas stations.
They were open to the idea that this shouldn't be one thing. You know, it shouldn't just be education. It shouldn't just be advocacy. It shouldn't just be community outreach. It shouldn't just be a media campaign. That it needed to be this multifaceted effort.
Prevention through education is the gap that they said Rotary could fill. We need prevention starting at a young age in our classrooms, to our kids, to our teachers, and we need to educate the public at large of really what does trafficking look like in the U.S. especially, and what can they do about it.
So Three Strands Global Foundation in 2014 joined forces with Love Never Fails and Frederick Douglass Family Initiatives, and we created Protect, prevention organized to educate children on trafficking.
As a teacher, the Protect curriculum it's one of the most awe-inspiring lessons when you watch your own class and then the students that you don't know. There is an attention that you don't have on an everyday basis with a room full of adolescents.
The idea was to holistically create a program that would be a continuum of care, from protocols and making sure that teachers and administrators and nurses would know what to do if they actually identified a victim of human trafficking, all the way to training the educators and educational staff, the curriculum for students, and then data.
What was exciting about this project with Rotary is that they and we came together and identified people doing really extraordinary work around this issue.
We thought elementary school is really the place, right? We want to make sure, knowing statistics, knowing when kids are accessed online and have their first phone or iPad, we wanted to make sure that we get before that.
The kids in the classroom, that's what we're all here for. It's what we do. So there is this silence that's in the room, and all eyes are fixated on what's the next thing you're going to tell them, what's the next fact. It's a really moving curriculum.
We have educated over 32,000 students in just the past year and taught over 800 teachers in just the past year. That number will double in the next school year.
I would encourage every Rotary community to adopt the same process that the Sacramento Rotarian community did.
For Rotary to really make a difference, we need other clubs and other regions to say, I want this program, and I'm willing to step up and be a partner on it.
I really think that Rotarians, because they are leaders of the community, have the ability to really set the stage for movements in every community they're in. If we can really work on empowering young people to believe in themselves and believe that they have dreams that go beyond anything that would ever have to do with trafficking or a trafficker. That's really, in my opinion, the way to end human trafficking.